the diversity of thought that is real in the community comes from how you were raised. It comes from the training you had, the mentors you had.
Fathers are important, and because I'm a pastor, there's so much that goes on within our church, and that's what we have our men ministry to do, and to really outreach. I really thank God for what God's doing in our church as well, because we have so many African American men that are really involved in the families of the single mothers.
My father wasn't there, but there was a guy named Ed Bryant who was the president of the NAACP in North Charleston. And Ed, we call him Joe back in the day, he's now called Ed, Joe Bryant. And Joe was a firehouse. I mean, he was like a firebrand, fire-breathing kind of guy, right? And I was a lifetime member of the NAACP's youth branch. And many of the lessons I learned about politics came at the feet of Joe Bryant. But Joe was never trying to indoctrinate me at the time to learn how to be a good Democrat or a good Republican. He wanted me to be a good servant of people. And so the lesson that I got out of his mentorship was more about when someone's in need, you respond. Period. If you have it, you share it. Period.
It's perception. Perception is everything.
Yeah.
And how we are perceived in the African American community has always given that the wrong message. And that's why we are oftentimes seen as a group of people, we all think the same, or we want to do things the same, because we've allowed others to shape who we are, as opposed to focusing on who we really are, individuals, different minds, different thoughts.
The Black community has, feel, and share all different kinds of versions. When you think about it, some of us are reared very poorly. Some of us are reared having some things. Some of us are reared with education. Some of us are reared with no education. Some of us are reared in the rural. Some of us in the urban. When you take all of that, it frames us and allow us to have a blended opinion that we should be about pulling together for the advancement of all people.